Good afternoon, everyone, on this beautiful spring day. I wanted to take time to give you a public service announcement, something that was on my mind that I wanted to share, and it's simply found in Psalms 27 and read verse 10. It says, Though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me. Teach me your way, Lord. Lead me in the straight path because of my oppressors. And the public service announcement is simply that people will find ways to be people. We take this scripture very literally about father and mother, but this also was used to show that the relationship you can have with a person can be close, it can be intimate, it could be someone you trust, someone you strongly love. Even people like that can forsake you. Friends that you've known all your life, relatives that you've known all your life, mentors, professors, and bosses, employees, people that you've possibly taken into your circle, people that you might strongly care for, they can forsake you. And I think the reason that this scripture is important because people will love you one moment and then create chaos the next. They will support you one minute and then it will distance themselves. And this is coming from my own experience of times where people I looked up to, friends that I thought would have my back, family that I wanted to love me, bosses that I thought would make sure that I was always in the position to succeed. One minute was pushing me to the moon, and the next minute was snapping on me and cursing me out and ready to fire me. Sometimes people will just be people. They will find ways that they can make you feel so special and sometimes tear you down that you feel like crap. And I know it hurts, and I know it can be frustrating, and I know it can be difficult, and I know it's never easy because it can always come from the people you hold in the highest regard or esteem. But the other verse, the other part of this verse talks about how the Lord will take you up. And I think you can look at it two ways. Taking you up means that the Lord is going to draw you closer. He's going to show you some things, he's going to do some things that he needs you close to him to do so. The other part of it that I would like to look at is if he's taking me up and he's pulling me closer, he's also pulling me out of the situation to deal with those type of people. In the sense that I'm no longer on their level entertaining how I feel about it. That I'm not retaliating out of character or I'm not stooping down to do a tit for tat, but I'm drawing closer to get my healing. I'm drawing my closer to get strength so that I can continue to progress and move forward. You don't have to stay where they are. You don't have to tolerate or accept the negative energy that you are receiving from them or just the lack thereof energy that you may be receiving. You personally don't have to get out of character, and I had to learn this for myself that I didn't have to get out of character because God was going to take care of it. I have a tendency of like taking control of situations because I think I can fix situations and people. The truth is I can't. All I can do is work on and grow as an individual. God will do the rest of the work. So for those people that I've struggled with, the ones that have doubted me, that have written me off, that assumed that I wasn't going to be anything more than possibly a failure or that I wouldn't succeed, I still had to love them. I had to get past the anger and the hurt and realize I'll love them from a distance, but they have nothing for me in this season to help me. And this is a lesson I progressively learned over the course of my life because that mindset has put me in a situation I would have never thought I would be able to be in rooms, to be in positions, and to have opportunities that I would not think I would have. And I'm sure many people And leadership wouldn't think I would have because I didn't play the game they thought I should. That they told me that if you didn't do it this way or their way, that it was the wrong way. And that's part of the people will be people. Because if you don't do it the way that things are normally done, then it's wrong. If you don't do things based on the standards that they have set, it's wrong. I'm here to tell you I'm not living for any person's standard. I understand that you might value what you offer, and I'm not discrediting that. But for you to think I have to live to your standard or your expectations, you have the game wrong. I'm living for God's expectation. I live for what God has for my life. And anyone or any task that falls into that, I will do so. And that's the mindset that you have to have when these situations come up. Because you can't get into the trap of trying to please people. Because there are some people you will always be trying to please. If you go left, they wanted you to go right. If you went up, they want you to go down. If you wore red, they wanted you to wear blue. There is always something for some people. And the truth is, there are some people that just like this. They want it done their way. They want to have a relationship, be a friend, be a good boss when it's on their terms. If we really evaluate a lot of our relationships, whether it's professionally, personally, a lot of times they're done on other people's terms. And then when things go wrong, it's surprising. And you can't control how they handle you. You can stand for something, you can express that, but they have the choice of what they're going to do. So I want to empower you to take that same choice. Because the reason I read the next verse is to teach me your way, Lord. Lead me in the straight path. You're on a path. The people that will be people aren't on your path. God put you on your path. Allow him to guide you, allow him to teach you, allow him to lift you up, allow him to strengthen you, because people will be people. But the flip side of that is God will be God. But you have to let God be God. Understanding in this season, sometimes those people are not worthy of your energy. It's not that you're doing something wrong. It's not even meant to say that you can't have that level of energy and positivity that you give to people. Some people just don't appreciate it. Some people don't understand it and know how to embrace it. Some people choose not to embrace it. But there will be someone that will. There will be someone that your positive energy might bless, that your story might help. So don't allow anyone to stop you from following and exploring your path. So I want you to hear this and understand your value. Understand that even though people will be people, understand that the Lord that you serve can always put the people you need in your life at any given season. I want you to remember and understand how to lean into what God can do in your life and not get stuck in what it looks like. Because yes, people will be people and they might forsake you in this season, but you don't know what God might do later on. You don't know the things that God will do in that person's life later on. The same boss that didn't appreciate you as a worker might be the same one to present you with an opportunity 5 years from now that will set you skyrocket on the course of your purpose. The same leader who did not understand you, or the same church member that didn't want to be bothered with you, might be the same church member that will love you in a time of need. You never know how God will move. But what you got to do is learning to lean into what God is going to do and the fact that God has you. People can't hold you like God can hold you. And that's what he was trying to say. People can't take care of you like God can take care of you. There are many people you will encounter on your journey, including loved ones, including close friends, including people you consider to be tight in your circle. But they can't do for you like God can. So I want you to listen to this and feel encouraged because sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes it gets lonely. Sometimes it gets frustrating. And sometimes you just don't understand why people will be people. But I want to say this to you to encourage you. And I want to say it to the people that I've might encountered that I felt forsaken. I'm good and I'm going to be good. That is the mindset you need to have because you serve a good God. You will be good because God has you. And God has a plan for you that He's going to execute, regardless of the people that will be people. The people that don't understand the plan that's on your life. There are many people that ask or wonder or don't understand why I do what I do. But then they get to see the plan at work and then it clicks for them. But early on, because they don't see it, they often give resistance. Stay the course. Trust in the Lord that laid out the plan and know that the plan will fall in line. So I pray that you be blessed. I pray that you find strength. I pray that you trust in God. I pray that you find peace and comfort, knowing that there is a plan. And even though it might get hard sometimes, you might have to cry sometimes, you might be mad sometimes, all things are going to work together. But you have to trust the plan. You have to draw closer to God. You have to allow Him to do the work. And that way you'll get your hurt healed. So I thank you. I pray that you have a blessed week. And I'm looking forward to speaking to you next time.